Namanda, Vitsanamanda, 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 Vitsanamanda. Namanda, Vitsanamanda, Namanda. Let's begin the service by singing the Vandana Tisarana together, which you'll find on the screen or on page 7 of the Red Jodashin Shu service book. Let's sing the Pali and English verses together. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhamman saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namo Amida Butsu. Let's sing the hymn Gasho with Amida, the words of which will be shown on the screen. Namo Amida Butsu. I recite Amida's name with deep joy and gratitude. I gasho with Amida. Trees and grasses and flowers all grow in great compassion. This light shines throughout the world. I gasho with Amida. Flowers bloom and flowers fall. From the seed sprout new flowers. This is the truth unchanging. I gasho with Amida. Springtime brings the happy birds. Their songs all praise Amida. I join them in Nembutsu. I gasho with Amida. When I call Amida's name, it's Amida calling me. Buddha's voice, my voice are one. I gasho with Amida. When I'm lonely, I recite Namo Amida Butsu. Then I feel great compassion. I gasho with Amida. Nembutsu in work and play. Every day with Amida. Every moment filled with light. I gasho with Amida. Remember the golden chain, kindness to all living things. I will follow this teaching. I gasho with Amida. In the clear bright morning sun, in the fading light of day, in the darkness of the night, I gasho with Amida. Namo Amida Butsu. I live in great compassion. This great power guides my life. I gasho with Amida. Namanda Bu. Namanda Bu. Namanda Bu. Namanda Bu. Namanda Bu. Namanda Bu. The virtue of Amida's vow is shared equally by all, together attaining awakened mind. We are born in the land of peace. Namanda, Butsanamanda, 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 Butsanamanda. Namo Amida Buts, Namo Amida Buts, Namo Amida Buts, Namo Amida Buts, Namo Amida Buts. Let's sit together quietly for a few moments. So just relax and get comfortable. If you are able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Sit up straight, align your head, your neck, your shoulders, and your back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes and just breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. In and out. As you breathe in, you feel energy filling your body. And as you breathe out, any stress or worries in your mind just fade away. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation. Namanda, Vitsanamanda, 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 Vitsanamanda. Namo Amida Vits, Namo Amida Vits, Namo Amida Vits. If you are able to do so at home, we would encourage everyone to offer incense at this time. Offering of incense is an ancient ritual of purification of mind and body, a gesture of respect, and an expression of gratitude for the Dharma teachings. Offertory, or making donations and offerings, is the practice of dana, egoless generosity, the first of the 6 paramita perfections in the Mahayana tradition. All donations are gratefully accepted in the spirit in which they are given. If you'd like to make an offering, you can scan this QR code to visit our online offertory box, where you can make an online donation of any amount via credit card. You may also visit our website at makuahonganji.org and click on Donate in the menu on the left side. Let's read the Golden Chain of Love together, the words to which will be found on the screen or page 126 of the Red Service Book. I am a link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends not only my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. Good morning, children. Aloha kako. It's so wonderful to see all of you today. How are you doing? Are you driving your parents crazy yet? Oh, who could that be? Just a minute, let me go see who's out the door. Oh, morning. So children, we're very lucky. We have a special visitor today. Who do you think it could be? It's Coconut Monkey. Say good morning to the children, Coconut Monkey. Good morning, children. How are you today? Aloha. Yes, the Coconut Monkey is here to read the story today. But Sensei, why are you giving words in my mouth? What do you mean, Coconut Monkey? I can see your lips moving. My lips aren't moving. No, like right now, I can see them moving. Okay. Why don't you just go ahead and read the story? The Kids Who Say Thank You Too Much, a children's story. Story by Kari Kiyohara and illustrated by Reverend Kojun Hashimoto and Mrs. Takako Hashimoto. The Kids Who Say Thank You Too Much. Once upon a time, in a magical place called Hawaii, there lived a little girl and a little boy. Hawaii was filled with kind and gentle people who always said aloha with big smiles and friendly hugs. One day, the little girl and the little boy were walking to school. Suddenly, the school bully, who was always grumpy and mean, stopped them. "Give me your lunch money." The little girl and the little boy smiled and said, "Thank you," and gave the bully their lunch money. The school bully was surprised because usually kids were afraid of him, and that made him feel strong. The school bully was so confused, he gave their lunch money back. "Thank you," said the little boy and little girl. Then some bigger kids started teasing the little girl and the little boy. "You're dumb," they said, "and silly too." The little girl and little boy smiled and said, "Thank you. Yes, we need to study harder. Thank you." The bigger kids were confused because usually the kids they teased would cry, and that would make them feel powerful. So they stopped teasing the little girl and the little boy. At recess, the little girl and little boy were playing in the sandbox, making a big sandcastle in the sand. Suddenly, the school bully and the bigger kids ran over their castle until it was just little piles of sand. The school bully and the bigger kids were sure that the little boy and the little girl would cry. But the little girl and little boy smiled and said, "Thank you. Now we can make an even better castle. Thank you." The school bully and the bigger kids were very confused. Usually little kids would be sad and start to cry. Shaking their heads, the school bully and bigger kids said, "What's wrong with these kids? They say thank you too much. It's no fun to bully or tease them." Just then, Amida Buddha appeared. Amida smiled and said, "What happened, children? Why are you all looking so confused?" The school bully said, "Amida, I was mean to the little girl and little boy. I took their lunch money, but they said, 'Thank you.' I was so confused because usually kids are scared of me, so I gave them their money back. And they said, 'Thank you,' again." The bigger kids said, "We teased the little kids and called them names. The little girl and little boy just smiled and said, 'Thank you.' Usually, little kids cry when we tease them, but they just said, 'Thank you.'" The school bully and the bigger kids said, and then we ran over their sandcastle until it was just little piles of sand. We were sure they'd cry, but the little girl and little boy just said thank you, because we gave them a chance to build an even better sandcastle. The school bully and bigger kids said, the little girl and little boy say thank you too much, and it's no fun to bully them or tease them or smash their sandcastle. Amida Buddha smiled and said, what did you learn from the little girl and little boy? The school bully thought carefully and said, I know. Sometimes things don't go the way we want them to. And I only bully little kids because it makes me feel strong. But in my heart of hearts, I'm lonely because I'm so much bigger than the other kids. They are afraid of me. That's so silly. I just want to be friends. Amida Buddha smiled and said, that's very wise. Sometimes we do things without thinking that actually end up hurting us more than the other people. The bigger kids thought carefully and said, we know we only tease little kids because we are secretly afraid someone will tease us. We are afraid someone will call us names or make fun of us. That's so silly. We just want to be friends. Amida Buddha smiled and said, that's very wise. Sometimes we try to hurt other people's feelings because we are afraid they might hurt ours. The little girl and little boy smiled at Amida and said, thank you, Amida. You taught us that life can be difficult sometimes, but that is an opportunity to be kind and gentle to every living thing. You taught us that nothing lasts forever, but that just means we can always start over. We should be thankful for everything that happens in life. Amida Buddha smiled and said, you children are so wise. Now, what will you all do today? The school bully, the bigger kids, the little girl, and the little boy all smiled and said together, we're going to say thank you too much and share what we have, speak pure and beautiful words, and play together in harmony. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you, Amida. Amida Buddha smiled and said, mahalo, children, for being such wise girls and boys. Anytime you need me, just say Namo Amida Butsu. I am always ready to help you. All the children smiled and waved to Amida and said, mahalo, Amida. Thank you for always helping us. Namo Amida Butsu. And the children all lived happily ever after, playing together in harmony on a white sandy beach in a magical place called Hawaii, 8 beautiful islands in the middle of the big blue sea. The end. Wasn't that a nice story? Let's say thank you to the coconut monkey. Thank you, coconut monkey.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for listening. Sensei, you're doing it again. You're moving your lips and making me talk.
Okay. Now we're going to have an adult Dharma story. So would you like to listen to the Dharma story for adults? Okay, very good. So you just sit there, okay? Through the compassion of Shakyamuni and Amida, we have been brought to realize the mind that seeks to attain Buddhahood. It is by entering the wisdom of Shinjin that we become persons who respond in gratitude to the Buddha's benevolence. It is by the power of Dharmakara's vow that we realize the Nembutsu, that is wisdom. Were it not for the wisdom of Shinjin, how could we attain nirvana? It is a great torch in the long night of ignorance. Do not sorrow that your eyes of wisdom are dark. It is a ship on the vast ocean of birth and death. Do not grieve that your obstructions of karmic evil are heavy. The words of Shinran Shonin in the Hymns of the Dharma Ages, verses 34, 35, and 36, which you can find in the Collected Works of Shinran, Volume 1, page 407. The Jodo Shinshu Honganji teachings of Shinran begin and end with just saying Namo Amida Butsu. The practice of saying Namo Amida Butsu is called the Nembutsu, or mindfulness of Amida Buddha. Just by saying Namo Amida Butsu, the heart and mind aspiring to enlightenment is awakened in us. When the heart and mind aspiring to enlightenment is awakened, we discover the true meaning of the primal vow, the Hongan, that is Amida's great vow that all ordinary people will realize enlightenment. We truly understand that just as we are, young or old, rich or poor, able or unable to perform Buddhist practice, we are saved from the delusions of self-centered ego self in this unrepeatable life. We awaken to reality as it is. We awaken to the truth of non-self. The world does not revolve around us. It's not about me. We awaken to the truth of impermanence. All things change. Nothing is permanent. This too shall pass. We awaken to the truth of human existence. We are not the exception to birth, aging, illness, and death. We awaken to the reality that we are already embraced by great compassion and illuminated by the light of infinite wisdom of Amida, never to be abandoned, just as we are. We awaken to the wondrous gift of life and the gifts that we are receiving every moment of every day. We awaken to our ego self. We are only human, flawed, limited, afraid, and simultaneously, we awaken to our true self, our Buddha nature, the heart of compassion and the mind of non-discrimination. This awakening is Amida's gift of Shinjin, the heart of entrusting, and the mind that is free of doubt. Shinjin is awakened in us through the power of Amida's vow, the Hongan, the promise of birth in the Pure Land, which works ceaselessly in our lives, right here, right now. And when we truly internalize the truths of Buddhism and awaken to the absolute reality that we are embraced by great compassion, never to be abandoned, just as we are free to live life with strength and serenity. When Shinjin is awakened in us, when we say Namo Amida Butsu, this is the Nembutsu of gratitude, for we are free to live this unrepeatable life, just as it is. Does receiving Shinjin mean that we are Buddha, suddenly have magical powers, or are superior to other people? No, definitely not. We are still only human, self-centered, easy to anger, always wanting more than we need, and constantly finding someone else to blame for our unhappiness. But, illuminated by the light of infinite wisdom, we can see ourselves as foolish, absolutely ordinary human beings. We can laugh at ourselves for being so stupid. When we realize that we are the silly ones that Amida vows to save, then we begin to appreciate just how lucky we are, and we awaken compassion for others. Awakening compassion for others, we are empowered to help other people as best as we can, just as we are. Being only human, we realize we alone cannot solve the world's problems, but we can begin to help our ohana, our family, our friends, our neighbors, our community. Even if we're not wealthy, we can give the precious gift of kind eyes and gentle words to everyone we meet today. We can smile with aloha at everyone we encounter today. We can give a friendly shaka or a friendly wave to everyone we see today. We can say mahalo, thank you, to the essential workers who are risking their health so that we can buy food, drink clean water, receive medical care, and so that we know that our kupuna elders are being cared for. We can pick up the phone and call someone we haven't talked to in ages. We can write a letter to thank the people who made us who we are today. The wise teachers who shared their joy of learning with us. The true friends who listened when we needed to talk. The kind neighbors who helped us when we were in need. The friendly uncles who taught us important lessons in life. And the smiling aunties who always treated us with kindness. For those who have passed on before us, we can pause for a moment, remember and reflect, and we can offer incense, we can gassho, we can bow our heads, and we can say Namo Amida Butsu. The Nembutsu of gratitude is Namo Amida Butsu that says mahalo to the countless people who made us who we are today, and every person and every living being that makes our life possible today. Just by saying the Nembutsu of gratitude, Namo Amida Butsu, our outlook on life changes. The world becomes a brighter place. The noise and confusion of the real world fades into the background. Suddenly, we hear the music of birds singing. We notice the beauty of flowers blossoming, and we appreciate the colors of the rainbow of life. White clouds, blue skies, majestic green mountains, and the vastness of the deep blue sea. Suddenly, people around us are smiling, saying thank you, and everyone is living aloha. Suddenly, we pause before each meal and say, Itadakimasu. I truly am grateful to receive the gift of this food. Mahalo. Suddenly, we pause after each meal and say, Gochiso-sama. Thank you to the people who made this meal possible. Mahalo. And suddenly, we think that we are good people. And then, boom, we get angry at something we see on Facebook or on the news. We start blaming politicians, tourists, or bats for the inconvenience caused by COVID-19. We deny our fear, our grief, our sadness, our sense of loss, and we explode in rage. This is the nature of human existence as taught by Shinran Shonin. Despite being embraced by Amida's great compassion, we remain only human and give in to our human weaknesses, our attachments to blindly self-centered desires, and deny the reality or the truth of human existence. This happens to me every day, and that is when I see Amida's face smiling down at me. Good thing I have the kind immeasurable life. You need long time wake up, brah. Amida makes me laugh every day. And thus, embraced by great compassion and illuminated by the infinite light of wisdom, I am grateful and stupid at the same time. And thus, just by saying Namo Amida Butsu, I am humiliated and filled with joy at the same time. Ah, mahalo, Amida, for the joy of the Nembutsu. I'm reminded of my classmates at Chuo-Bukkyo Gakuin Seminary in Kyoto, Marcio from Brazil and Mamata from Nepal. We were given the rare and wonderful opportunity to participate in the ascension ceremony for the Monshu at the Honganji in Kyoto, the mother temple of all Honganji temples. Dressed in the most formal robes, we assembled in a room, and we were given very specific instructions for how to walk, how to sit, and how to bow in the inner sanctum, the Naijin, of the main hall dedicated to Shinran. We were nervous, of course. The time came to stand, line up, and proceed to the rear altar area. It was clear by the faces of the staff that this was a solemn occasion, a rare honor to enter the Naijin, inner sanctum. As we waited for our turn to enter, Marcio was overcome with joy and started saying, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. I was caught up in his emotions, and I also started saying, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. The other priests who were waiting in line with us, who were many years our seniors, were waiting. They also started saying, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. And suddenly, there was 100 priests behind the altar to Shinran in the main hall at the Honganji, saying the Nembutsu in joy and gratitude. Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. You could see the staff of the Honganji looking at us like, everyone in the audience out front can hear you? When the ceremony was over, we changed back into our regular robes. Mamata, our classmate from Nepal, scolded Marcio. Marcio, you, urusai! You're so noisy, everyone can see you. You're always saying, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Ah, you, urusai! The three of us burst out laughing. I shall forever be grateful and humbled by the power of just saying Namo Amida Butsu. And I hope that all of you will also just say it, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Amida calls out to us, offering compassion and wisdom, the promise of birth in the Pure Land, the perfect peace of nirvana and enlightenment, and liberation from our self-centeredness in this life, giving us a helping hand during these most extraordinary of times. Please join me in putting our palms together in Gassho and saying Namo Amida Butsu in joy and gratitude. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Let's chant the loving kindness metta together, the words to which may be found on the screen. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May I be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to me. May I live in peace and harmony. May my family be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my teachers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my friends be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May strangers be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May my enemies be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. May all beings be happy and well. May no harm or difficulties come to them. May they live in peace and harmony. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. Let's sing the Gatha, Ondok-san, which is going to be found on the screen, or page 119 in the Praises of the Buddha Gatha book. Nyona hidai hi no ondoku wa miyoko ni 来ても謝すべし。ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナモ阿弥陀仏。Let's recite the Shinshu pledge together, the words of which will be found on the screen or on page 6 of the Red Service Book. I take my refuge in the vow of the Buddha. Reciting the name, I will live through life with strength and serenity. I revere the light of the Buddha. I will put my effort in my work with self-reflection and gratitude. I follow the teachings of the Buddha. Discerning the right path, I will spread the true Dharma. I rejoice in the compassion of the Buddha. I will respect and help others and do my best for the welfare of humankind. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Let's sing the Nembutsu, the words to which will be found on the screen or page 135 of the Red Service Book. Through the compassion of Shakyamuni and Amida, we have been brought to realize the mind that seeks to attain Buddhahood. It is by entering the wisdom of Shinjin that we become persons who respond in gratitude to the Buddha's benevolence. It is by the power of Dharmakara's vow that we realize the Nembutsu that is wisdom. Were it not for the wisdom of Shinjin, how could we attain nirvana? It is a great torch in the long night of ignorance. Do not sorrow that your eyes of wisdom are dark. It is a ship on the vast ocean of birth and death. Do not grieve that your obstructions of karmic evil are heavy. The words of Shinran Shonin. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Let's sit together quietly for a few moments, so just relax and get comfortable. If you are able, sit forward in your seat and place both feet flat on the ground. Sit straight. Align your head, your neck, your shoulders, and your back in a straight line that goes down to the floor. Place your hands comfortably in your lap. Now close your eyes halfway, so you're looking both outwardly and inwardly. And just breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. In and out. As you breathe in, think of something for which you are grateful. And as you breathe out, just think, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just breathe. The sound of the gong will signal the end of our quiet meditation. Namanda, Butsanamanda, 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 Namanda, Butsanamanda. So next week, April 26th at 9 a.m. in the morning, Hawaii Standard Time, we'll be having the Eshin Ni and Kakushin Ni service, which commemorates the role of women in the development of the Honganji. Our guest speaker, excuse me, our guest speaker will be Reverend Yuika Hasebe of Hawaii Betsuin. Virtual services, we have sunrise service every morning at 6:30 Hawaii Standard Time, and we also chant the Shoshinge together Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:30. This coming week, we will be launching virtual study class. It's going to be on Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Saturdays at 10 a.m. This will be the same class. So basically, if you like an evening session or a morning session on 2 separate days. So Thursdays at 6 o'clock in the evening and Saturdays at 10 o'clock in the morning. We'll also be trying virtual Dharma Talk Story, which will follow the Hompa Honganji Mission of Hawaii State Ministers Association service, which is at 10 o'clock. So we'll be starting that at 11 o'clock in the morning. So we'll give that a try. This is going to be on Zoom. So you'll need to, you'll be receiving an email, and then you need to click on the link inside the email, and then you'll receive the meeting ID and also the password you need to get into the meeting. Depending on your PC or Mac or smartphone or tablet, you may need to download and install some software. The meetings will start with everyone on mute, so the microphones will be turned off when we start the meeting, and then you can turn them on and off. So you might want to practice turning your microphone on and off before we actually start the meeting. Immediately following this service at 10 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time, please join the State Ministers Association Sunday service. This week, the guest speaker will be Reverend Jeffrey Soga of Waipahu and Waianae Honganji. You can find that by going to hompahonganji.com or on Facebook, looking up Hompa Honganji Mission of Hawaii. Thank you very much for joining our virtual Sunday service today. Let's say thank you to Coconut Monkey for your help.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for listening.
May your day be filled with aloha.